on. I fuck with that track, man. That was Fiscal Cliff with Hold On, and that's actually this guy's cousin over here on the guitar,
Luis Garrido, my cousin. Dude, primo, I love you. Can't wait to see you guys live.
Word.
Really, we should really
keep us updated on that.
Definitely,
dude, that'd be fucking
definitely
awesome.
down for that, man.
I'm gonna be posting any future tour dates and stuff like that on the IG. Yeah,
Absolutely.
And let's see if we can get
YouTube description.
Word, and that was off of their album Dog Years, and that was actually the first track. Once again, it's called Hold On.
Fell in love as soon as I heard it. I was like, yo, I sent it to these guys.
Solid.
Like,
Great opener. Great opener. Needed it. Yeah. But what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Chec Box. You already know what it is. Episode 10. Gentlemen, what's going on?
Man, how fucking crazy is that?
Episode 10. This shit feels... It's crazy. It feels good.
Yeah, the evolution.
It feels
the
good.
evolution is fucking real, man.
Retarded, man. Retarded.
It feels more than like 10 fucking episodes, I'll tell you that much.
It does. And I'm really happy that you motherfuckers is here with me, man. You know what I'm saying?
We actually recorded like 15 episodes.
Yeah.
It started with iPhones, right? Literally, we were all like syncing iPhones.
In
we
the
had to do this like clap thing where we had to, and now we have a fucking
my
mixer.
God.
Oh,
Dude.
I forgot about that.
Dude, do you remember that? Dude? We had to like
listen.
clap to like synchronize.
If I ever got to
thing.
sync audio ever in my life, I learned that from the Check Box.
That's it.
Yeah,
Collab,
man.
that's it.
You know what it is. You know
Clap
what it
on
is.
the
The old school. What you call it? The thrifty audio
Type shit.
Thrifty audio.
Also,
Yo, I
yeah,
used-
it's crazy seeing the progression though.
Yeah. The progression is crazy,
Bro,
man.
we got to do this actually. Like, we don't got to do it. We could do it sometime soon though. And just take a picture of like where we did our first every time.
That's
we
my
were
aunt's
recording.
crib. My aunt's crib in the living room.
We could even. I don't know. We want to recreate the environment.
I'm low key
But,
with that.
bro, it was crazy. When you look at what we're doing 10 episodes in,
Yeah.
it's actually fucking
And
crazy.
I can't wait till the next episode. We're gonna have an awesome background.
I don't even tell.
I just do that. Hey, listener, you didn't hear that here, all right?
But yeah, man.
None of y'all heard
good
that
things
here.
coming, man.
Yeah, no, I can't wait.
sure,
I can't
for
wait.
sure,
It's-
and-
it's gonna look super fucking official. I can't wait.
Yeah, man. And for those who have been with us since day one, man, we
Thank
just,
you.
all of us, we all
love
want to
you.
thank y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Smooches.
For real. We only got better content coming for you guys and better things like Alex said. I hope y'all ain't really heard what he said because we got a couple of surprises for y'all. But boys, let's move on. How was everybody? How was our day today?
Dude, I'm chilling, bro.
Yeah.
But you know what grinds my fucking gears?
What's up, brother? Talk to me, man.
Dude. You know this whole like health craze and stuff
Type
like
shit.
that. Everyone's like I mean, and as everyone should, everyone should just try to be healthy and stuff like that. But one thing I don't like is misleading the public, right? So I mean, I picked this up from like a Chop and Go in White Plains, right? Okay, and I was reading the back of this, right? And I read labels as everyone should. And like in the back of this, I was reading. I was like, and it says here, it's even too pure to be tested by pH strips. Okay.
Well, this is essential water.
This is essential water. This is alkaline water, 9.5 pH or higher, ionized. Right. It's supposed to be. Apparently, alkaline water is supposed to like make you like healthier and stuff like that.
Don't know how.
Somehow, right? When actually it was really funny. I was actually taking a cell biology course earlier, which I had dropped because I wanted to take it light this year, right? So but it was funny. The last class I had, my teacher was actually telling me that all this stuff is bullshit because our cells actually have this mechanism of like regulating pH anyway. So this doesn't affect your cells. Maybe just your GI tract, right?
Damn.
Don't overdo it either
Whatever
because you don't want
that
to. Yeah, no.
Science second with Alex.
Yeah, you just don't want to overdo like you don't want to change your pH too much in your GI, right? Things need to work a certain way, and pH
should be
make
aware
sure
of that.
everything changes.
So
I mean, make sure everything stays that way. But the thing that got me was this last sentence here, right? It's too pure to be tested by pH strips, right? Funny thing, guys, FY, pH strips test pH, not purity, right? Like that shit drove me up the wall when I saw this, and I'm like, but at the end of the day, when you think about it, right? So pH is essentially a way of like grading how many hydrogen ions are in a particular solution, right? Nothing to do with purity. But it was really interesting that that they would say that, and it's really misleading. But at the end of the day, I was reading, and I was like, yo, that's actually not too far off. I mean, that's not. Technically, it's not incorrect because you can't test it. You can't test purity with pH strips. So it just bothers me. You know, it is a common thing. No, it really does. It really does, man. It really does. Just, you know, essential. Listen, like, you're not fooling all of us. You know, some of us, you know, do.
but they know that.
Dude, it just really bothers me as like a bio major, man. Yeah. Like when I see things like this, people really. No, I mean, what you can do is tell the public about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't necessarily buy into the hype. You know, just, I mean, I can't expect everyone to, you know, be able to pick up on stuff like this, but anytime that I do see something like this, I'm gonna try to bring it to you guys' attention.
Not everyone can read, Alec.
Facts.
But it's
you're not being inclusive enough.
Dude, no, but it's fucked up.
No, but and also the way that it's like on this like really kind of like you can't really like read it unless you're like really focusing on it because the way that it's like presented and shit. But
I don't know. It just really bothered me.
Kenneth, so, I was gonna say real quick on that
really
though.
Bothered me. Yeah.
It kind of makes you think, right? Because for example, me, like if let's say I was just bought the water and even looked at that.
Yeah.
I don't know shit. All right, I don't know shit about science, none of that, but. That would have never been like, oh shit, you could test it with pH. Like I would never even been like, yo, you could test this shit with pH strips, goddamn.
Yeah.
Like I would have said would have been like, I gotta look into that. That shit don't mean nothing to me. So the fact that they felt comfortable putting on that because they know somebody was gonna be gullible enough to be like, oh my god, look, it's tested by pH.
Well, for the most
tested by the pH strips.
Actually, what it is like they these lawyers that they pay to, you know, legally be able to put this shit on their body, right?
Because you have to.
The
be,
lawyers,
you know, you have to be in the law.
The lawyers are smart enough to know that there are people who can make, you know, like a second step thought process and be like, okay, maybe they can get past like the bullshit.
Basically, what Alex just did,
where it says natural or GMO free or chemical free. They're smart enough to see past that.
Yeah, it's in a plastic
bottle. Right. But I'm saying they're smart enough to get past that.
EPAs.
But maybe the next person in line is someone who isn't like Alec, right? And can't understand the ionization stuff or the pH stuff and goes, okay, yeah, maybe this is healthy, you know? Like, okay, yeah, there's science, right? It makes sense, right?
Science, yeah. Help,
Listen,
you
man,
know?
give me my goddamn poem.
There's a scientific statement on it. It's gotta be legit.
Give me my goddamn poem.
It's just to be honest, it just grinds my gears.
I hear you.
And, you know, I just wanted to share
That's
that
like
with
when
you
I see
guys.
chemical free or GMO free, I
you know,
mine.
I hear you.
Yo, find a science guy.
And the best is
Find a science guy. He'll tell you.
Be friends with him. No, seriously. Seriously, because there's not enough of us out there.
Nah, I feel you. Kenneth, how was your day, brother?
Yeah.
My day was okay. I had a morning class, Afro Latin American history. Nice, very good class actually. I love it.
What was today's lecture?
Today's lecture was about the destruction of society by colonizers. Literal term used in the class. Colonizers.
Sorry, one second. Did you guys ever have Dr. Oppler's class from MSV?
Never had Oppler.
No.
Amazing teacher.
Really?
I had a class very similar to that. Yep. We had. Do you guys read like source material?
Yes. Like from the time.
Like Bartolomé de las Casas and stuff like that. Dude, that shit is sick.
Yeah.
The shit that they did to those people are sick.
And we touched on that in the class.
To the natives, dude.
Yeah,
I love that sick shit, yo.
It is insane. No, dude, it's insane. They would take the babies of like.
They talked about that.
They would take the babies of like the natives and like throw them up and like spear them. It was bad.
That's insane.
Man. It was bad.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Anyway,
that was my day.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Nothing, man. I went to work.
Yeah,
went to work. Went to my corporate 9 to 5, 9:30 to 6 to be exact.
Corporate
sounds crazy to a lot of people. Yeah, went to work, and I love my job though, man. Everybody's a fucking joke.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
It's kind of funny because it's kind of like.
Well, please don't tell us where you work.
No, I'm saying it's kind of funny.
Everybody knows from like
episode. Everyone knows. Last one. I think the last one, right?
I never said the company, but they don't gotta know that. Fuck all
definitely.
They do.
You did it? No, fuck.
We mentioned
Don't mention it again.
Oh shit! Yeah. All right. But either way, went to work and then. So I work finance, so it's like you got to be on point with your shit, with your numbers and everything. So it's kind of funny that everybody I work with is a fucking clown. But it makes it easier because when we got to be serious, we get serious. But yeah, just basic day at work. Looking at what I want to bet on. Looking at shoes.
That sounds fine.
That's what I do at work.
Sports, right? Sports.
What?
You betting in sports? Right?
Yes. I'll be betting on sports. Look at what teams are gonna fuck me. Cause that's what happens. That's what it comes down.
That's exactly
to.
how I feel like in the stock market right now.
Yo, bro,
that's another thing. I'm in the shitter, man. I'm like 4K.
But yeah,
I'm like fuck.
But yeah, and I was thinking about this today actually because I was at work, right? And well, not even to brag or anything, but like I was like, yo, you know what? Like I work a 9 to 5, and then I was like, damn, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, there's 9 to 5 motherfucker, right? But I was like, yo, you know what? Like I work a 9 to 5.
Dude, you're chilling, bro.
But I own shares of the company I work for, right?
Oh, you do?
Right. So while I own shares, right, of my company. So let's say the company were to get sold, I'm getting cake, motherfuckers. All right. Well, a lot of people work 9 to 5s, and the company gets sold, you're getting laid off. So don't talk shit. I was just thinking because like a lot of people, like some people have said some stuff to me. I'm like, yo, motherfucker, I ain't worried. I hope they sell, and I hope I'm out of a job. Nigga. That means I would have like fucking couple hundred racks in my bank account. What that file said. You feel me? So that's just a little recommendation. Not bragging. I just got blessed. It's not like I didn't set it up like this. Let me not give that let me not misguide that.
Place, bro.
I didn't. But listen. This is something I was worried about. So you know what? Like I wanna own equity. You know what I'm saying? I want to work for somewhere where I could own, you know, say shit like that, and then like it played out like this, you know what I'm saying?
People bragging about insider trading right now.
Yeah, chill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, bro,
I ain't giving y'all no info.
No, but what's up? That you found other ways. You know, you found other ways to put your resources.
Yeah. So now you know everybody wants to shit on 9 to 5. Oh, that's like failure. 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. No, I mean, listen, I work 9 to 5, but I own some of my. It's context too. But like, listen, I own some of the company that I'm working in right now. Also, I just recommend, you know what I'm saying, like, try to find the best value out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could work. Yeah, you could slave yourself at a job, but some jobs actually care for you and they can give you benefits that are worth it. I get full health benefit, like I get all that 401k, all that. So like, my 9 to 5 is not that bad.
A lot of 9 to 5s are like that, man. But at the end of the day,
find something that suits you.
Switch it. Yeah, no,
listen, because here's my thing too. My thing was, y'all know me. I love my job. I don't care my boss hears it. I'm not gonna be there for a while. I can't do it for too long, right? The 9 to 5 shit. It does. I'm not gonna make it seem like it's easy, but all the other stuff that I just mentioned made it easier. But I can't do 9 to 5 for too long. But I understand right now I gotta do it. But I made it work for me in a sense. Kind of we were talking about with Dion. How like, you know, the modeling thing, he made it work for him. You feel me? Right. But yeah, so find a way to make it work for you. You feel me? Like I don't fuck with this 9 to 5 shit, but this is bearable. You feel me? Because I own equity in my company. Yeah. The environment's amazing. Yeah. Like I love all of my coworkers, everybody I deal with, not just the finance people. Yeah. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's bearable for now. Like everybody can find a situation for themselves like that.
Well, speaking of work, man, you're going on a little work trip, right?
Yes,
Ooh.
I actually am.
Where you going, young blood?
I'm going to Los Angeles, man. Los Angeles,
California.
Yeah. You're going to West Coast.
Word, man. I'm going over there for a nice business meeting. Going to the BarberCon LA with my guy Mars.
Speak the fuck up, bro. Act excited about this shit, bro.
I am.
I'm going to fucking LA.
I am. Man. I'm bowling, baby. Nah, I'm actually dumb.
This is like,
I ain't gonna
like the 50th time you've had to explain it to someone.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I just be telling everybody all day.
It's the first time you explain it to these guys, bro. Come on,
so I'm going to BarberCon LA and shit. I'm finna go out there and just spread my brand. You know, I'm trying to spread Chec over there, Checo Cuts, the Chec box. So everything is about networking over there. I'm gonna be over there for a week. So if we got any listeners in LA, man, you trying to meet up and say what's good, I'm definitely down for that.
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to get listeners. I can't wait to get listeners from like a bi-coastal.
Nah, we low key do, man. Actually, somebody from Australia commented on our page or United Kingdom. Yeah, you responded. He was like, "Yo, your page is fire." He had like 56,000 followers. I was like, "Damn, we pounding. I ain't know today, man." In the UK, actually, he was in the UK.
I want to start connecting with these guys. Like, yo, so if you guys are like listening, like, you know, start a conversation, bro. Like we're open, man.
Facts. So so I mean, I don't got no 9 to 5. My shit's like a 10 to 7, 9 to 9, 8 to 8. I pretty much work 10 to 12
you make your own hours,
6 days a week. Yeah, but I'm hustling, my man. I'm hustling, bro. I ain't just cause I can't make my own hours don't mean I pick some whack ass hours because I'm trying to get this chicken.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'm saying, but
you feel me?
There's more than one way to do it.
It's on your own. It's 10 to 7.
No, yeah, I love it. But so yeah, LA's gonna happen. We're gonna be promoting the Chec box out there. I'm gonna be promoting Checo Cuts. I'm gonna be promoting Level Up Grooming Studio. My guy Mars is over here in the building. Feel me? Loso Lace They Take Action gonna be with us, and my guy Infamous Perspective, man. All young guys just trying to brand, trying to network as much as possible. So like I said, if we got any supporters out there in the West Coast, man, let me know. We could definitely meet up, you know, take some pictures, you know, exchange some ideas, and just have, you know, genuine conversation. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm gonna miss y'all niggas though. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I wish I could put y'all in my suitcase and we could just make some episodes out there.
I've never been to LA, man.
It is what it is.
I've never been.
It's beautiful, man. I've been out there probably about 4 times. I got family in the San Fernando Valley. Shout out my aunt, my uncle.
Just keep in mind while you're over there, like places that you know. Like, you know,
nah, for sure, bro. For sure, man. And you know, just getting back to the development of the Chec box. The fact that I'm about to go to Cali and really expose us out there is I'm really looking forward to it. And the development in this podcast has just been phenomenal. We just uploaded our first 2 IGTV episodes and we've been getting tons of feedback and we're going to speak about one response that we got in particular that stuck with us. Hold on. No, we got a couple and we got a lot, but there was just
that stood out to all of us.
A lot of them were sort of similar, but it is what it is because that was sort of what we were expecting, especially the way we put said video out there. But Yeah, boys, the development over here is crazy. IGTV, tons of feedback. I hope you guys enjoy it. It's getting us more interactive with you guys. Essentially, that's the whole point of it. Alec, you uploaded on your page and you got tons of responses. And the one that stuck with us came from you. So how about you give the listeners?
I did. You know, rather than focus on one, I just tackle all of them in one shot because at the end of the day, it all centered around the fact that we did not have a female here present.
Yeah.
And one thing I do want to put out there is that clip was an 8-minute clip of 90 minutes. So I mean, it wasn't a full episode dedicated to a feminine topic. Yeah. I just want you guys to know that we respect feminine topics and we want to have all of the opinions there whenever possible. Get the full picture and get all of the opinions. We had, I would say, more of a homogenous opinion on this side for the most part, where we all kind of agreed. And that's really not how we like to roll when it comes to full episodes.
No,
but at the end of the day, we didn't feel that for 8 minutes we needed to have a female presence. But I'm happy that we got the response that we got. We got some attention, you know. We were a little provocative there, and it was within reason. I would say so. But one thing I wanted to share with you guys with one of my responses, and this is kind of like encompass the theme of my responses to all the people that came back. Because one thing we want to do is open up conversation. When people do comment, and which I encourage you guys to do, is to to comment and tell us what you think, because we will respond back. We want to open up a conversation. This is I don't want to say safe space.
Safe haven.
But it is. You know, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it is. Don't feel that you can. I want you guys. We're approachable people. You know. It's like
I was actually not surprised, but I was actually like grateful. I liked it. That people felt comfortable enough to. The way that people express their discontentment was like if we've been podcasting for a while now.
But it was constructive, though.
Even if it wasn't, I was like the fact that people felt comfortable enough to really express their concern. Because somebody could have been like, "Oh, it's a Chec. They just started. Fuck them. They don't know what I'm saying." But the fact that people
toxic men, just
they could have easily burst it off and never came back again. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that that's what we want. That's actually what we want to. Like, we want people to feel comfortable enough, whether it's good stuff or bad stuff. If you're really pissed at us, you're really happy with us, you should feel comfortable saying either one. And I was that actually excited. That got me very excited, man. Seeing that people were comfortable enough to express their discontentment the way they did, because some people were like, "We're dead ass pissed," and I was just like, "Yo, not that bad." So
and that's what we want to do. And one thing before I share like my response, one thing I did want to bring to light was just a little bit of a disclaimer on how to view us and how to view all sorts of messages in social media, right? Try to stray away from focusing on trigger phrases and statements like some of the some of the things that were mentioned about how Cardi B was chosen to be the artist of the year. Regardless of your opinion on that,
it was album of the year.
Album of the year. Regardless, whatever it was, at the end of the day, try to stray away from focusing on those kind of I don't want to call them inflammatory statements, but it will elicit a sort of inflammatory response from some people. That's
because once you hear that, you don't hear anything said after that. So that's what we kind of want. Listen to everything.
Right. We want you to keep an open mind and really try to understand the the logic behind our position.
Because we're trying to do
and we did right, and we did say stuff that really did. And if you watch the whole video, and this is the point of the little clips, is that you get a little taste of what we're about, and you just watch the whole video so that you get the whole context of what we're trying to say.
Word, because right before that, literally right before that, I'm like, listen, like this isn't meant to demean women or nothing. I'm not taking anything away from Cardi B.
Yeah.
Nothing. Like I stress that, and I stress that in a lot of episodes where I say controversial shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm well aware that some of the things that come out of my mouth will offend somebody out there in some sort of way.
You can't win them all.
It can't. But I need y'all to really understand that, like, we're open-minded people. We're not one-sided on everything. Okay, we might be one-sided in this conversation at hand, but that doesn't mean that is how we're always going to see shit. Especially me, you feel me? Because I do come off a little blunt sometimes with some of the shit that I say. And maybe I can rephrase a lot of things, but I'm not going to accommodate everyone. I can't do that. So I'm going to say how I say it, you know what I'm saying? And if you want to have a conversation with me on that, I'm more than open to that, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Like you said, we're approachable.
Open it up.
And I may sound a little hostile right now, but that's just because I'm very passionate about what I say and about what y'all people listen to, because you guys are supporting us. So if I'm making y'all feel some type of way, I want to, you know what I'm saying?
Address that, because we
don't
want to
address it, right?
And maybe he didn't say it maybe in a way that you might have got the message that he wanted to bring out. So maybe in another way, maybe he can maybe develop his ideas.
And if we
got
gotta delve deeper or anything, we could.
And we
Just hit me. I got all of our Instagrams. I have all of our Instagrams. We are we are more than welcoming. You know what I'm saying, for those DMs.
Absolutely.
Hit us.
And so, aside from the whole Cardi B statement, right? Another thing that we brought up was one of the statistics that were brought up, which is probably I want to say the main.
That was the main thing.
One of the main things that got people riled up, right?
Yeah.
Because that was actually the thing that was in the clip, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was. Do you want to share
So
that?
the statistic I shared was an actual post off the Grammys Instagram page that they posted a couple of days before.
Should
and
still be there too.
It should still be there. You guys can look it up. It was 98% of music producers are men, and 97% of musical engineers are men as well.
Right.
And then you guys hear a little bit after I say that after the whole tangent, why don't they just exploit the 2 and 3% of women who are those positions?
Right.
Back to your response.
Right, and so basically, I had a conversation with one of the viewers.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it was on a DM, so not everyone can watch it. Maybe if I get their permission, maybe I'll post it on the website, verbatim what I wrote. But I'll just give you a gist of what I said. And in reality, what we weren't disagreeing with the fact that the Grammys had this air of female empowerment. I feel that empowerment of everyone should be encouraged.
That was it's not an issue. Never was an issue.
It was never an issue at all. What we have a problem with was the presentation of certain statistics and how it can be used to paint a certain picture. And the picture that we don't like is the fact that that some of these statistics imply this sort of suppressive agenda to bar women from certain job choices. When in reality, there are certain tendencies that sexes have towards certain career choices. There's some sort of natural tendencies, and personally, I really meditated on that for a second, right? I really wanted to think, well, why is that the case, right? Why is that the case? Why are certain sexes just, why do they gravitate toward those?
More, yeah.
Right. I mean, there are certain physical things, like for example, we were talking earlier about firefighters, right?
Yeah.
Obviously you need the physical
demand, yeah.
Right, there's physical demand that's in play, and when people's lives are at stake,
Yeah.
you want that. I mean, you don't want to take a chance, right? But I ended up coming up with a little bit, deeper little insight, and this is actually verbatim, right, from the conversation that I had with one of the viewers. I believe it comes down to how we were conditioned as we were growing up into gender roles, right, as a consequence of subscribing to society. This funnels us into predictable paths, and this could be a result of, for example, marketing. Simple brand marketing, funneling certain sexes into making certain choices. That is exactly what a capitalist society does. This is what business does, right? And we live in a capitalist society, right? It isn't what?
That's a thank God.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that a little bit. But personally, I think it's an unfortunate side effect, in my opinion. But a reality that that in this particular case, that males are at the end where they get condemned for it, condemned for these natural discrepancies.
Well, I mean.
In this particular case,
yeah,
in this particular case, right? But
because I was just saying in a way, women are getting condemned too. In a sense, you're getting
it's happening on all sides.
98% of men are producers. Women, what the fuck? That's kind of what they're saying as well. No, am I wrong?
No, you're not. You're not wrong at all.
You get what I'm saying? They're saying they're condemning both. They're like,
well, I feel like maybe I don't know what's driving this, really, this resurgence of this feminist movement. I think that
I wouldn't say a resurgence, bro. I feel like that's
no. I think it's I think
it's a general resurgence.
No, it's a general resurgence. No, it has, because it was not like this.
This is what we would need the female here for.
No. But I don't think for this right here, I don't think so, because I think we can all agree that there has been a general sort of kind of like increase in sort of like this sort of
in the social
sort of this
social
message, right?
Oh yeah, I was just
that message because
that's
not
really
just
what
the message in
everything.
media.
But that's what he means is this.
Yeah. Oh no, that I agree. Yes, the social awareness, just but not just feminine, because everything is
right.
Everything is on
right.
a common level right now.
No, it's true. But
like as far as empowerment, like
absolutely, and I don't believe that there should be any sort of restriction on empowerment. What I don't believe should be the case is the fact that especially using numbers and facts. and I'm not saying this was used in this case here. It might have been done maybe inadvertently, right? But in any case, I don't believe that one group of people should be empowered at the expense of another.
Yeah.
Right. I feel that they did not, or whoever uses statistics or whatever it may be, they should not have to feel the need that they have to make someone feel bad to uplift another. Right. I feel like there can be this sort of equal rising of both, or just it can be done.
And I think it comes down to also what he was saying. Like, for example, instead of saying 98 whatever, why do you say, hey, 2% of women are producers, and here are, what I'm saying, boom, spotlight on the two of the 3 top women producers.
But the last thing that they said on that Grammys website, right? We need more females in this.
Get them in the mix.
Get them in the mix. I don't think that was a bad statement.
Oh, I love that.
I think that was great.
I love that.
I think that was great.
I
think that was great. But I think coupled with the social climate right now and how things are, I watch YouTube all the time. This social justice shit. I mean, it's, a lot of it is toxic. Some of, in my opinion, really a lot of it is the way that they go about it is toxic. Some of it is genuinely good messages, and I feel like empowerment at the end of the day is a good thing. But the way that it's used, you have to be very responsible with it.
Yeah,
and to be honest, the use of a statistic like that, it could be used in a multitude of ways.
Any statistic.
Yeah.
Any statistic could be used in.
Yeah.
And honestly, these responses are such a beautiful thing because look at what it literally created. Like these responses, especially in particular that one, and your response was a catalyst to actually today's episode, which was switched.
It was completely changed. Thank you guys, and it actually like
this makes
morphed into something. Yeah, it morphed into something beautiful.
It did, and the word was mentioned. The phrase was mentioned earlier. This is what we're going to be touching on. I feel like we're more than valid to speak on toxic masculinity. I don't.
Yeah, but it's a different take.
It's a different take, and you guys are gonna see right after this break.
Absolutely.
So stay with us. All right, we're gonna take out some reggae. This is Red Rat with. Oh no! so if you with your pawn or whatever, you're trying to get brazy, you can just blast this real quick.
Popping right now for the next 30,
you know what I'm saying?
45
You already
seconds.
know what it is, man. Holla at y'all.
Right
We'll be back.
Look on that girl. Nah, them no intro. Cause I saw she a go on. Sure. Yo, hey you girl in the tight up skirt. You make me head swell till me blood vessel burst. Hey you girl in the tight up shorts. You speed up 10 more beats to me heart. Hey you girl in the tight up blouse. Every time you pass me, you get me aroused. Hey you girl in the jeans. Look on that girl. See what me mean? When me go cactus, me can't enjoy myself, me unconscious. Me hide them a pulp out, cause me no stop loss. Girl, you come first, man, no stop rush. Hey, so why that I fi print out? Me have fi hide it in a me car wet tint out. Jeez, all the wine there, make the whole of me.
Nah, bro, you should wild out, bro. You feel me? Take sure. Hold.
You know what I'm saying? I fucked up. I slipped.
Just start wilding.
I slipped. I'll tell you on that one.
It is what it is, though.
You gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Gonna be doing. I should be like that.
We are air. No,
Nigga.
Yo, I was just trying to
Nah,
get it
we
in.
wildin'. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Sorry about that. We was getting a little crazy, and ain't
Going back
reggae
to Team Bash days.
Tight shit. Once again, guys, that was Red Rat with no. All of our parents most likely used to get crazy that I ain't gonna hold you. I know my pops.
Right now, my parents, they was in the campo, like, there's that Anthony Santos.
They was this, word, man.
base.
Anthony Santo and shit.
That's about bachata in the third.
Tight shit.
That was embarrassing.
What's going on, guys? That was a little. I ain't gonna
fucking, he was getting it in.
Y'all caught us off guard with that one. My guy Kenneth was just sitting like, yo, these niggas. You couldn't even let us know we was on air, bro.
Nah, that's what makes it funny.
All right, fair enough. For those listening, we were just wild and dancing, and our cameraman pressed record without letting us know. So it is what it is. My guy Mars, hey, he's getting the real content though. This is what you guys need to see. This is the real us. You feel me? Bugging out. So back to what we were talking about, guys. In the first segment, we mentioned the development of this podcast and where we started from to where we're at now, and we got a bunch of responses on our first IGTV, and which led us to this topic today, which changed to toxic masculinity. What do we think about
Absolutely.
that, boys? How we feeling on that?
I'm excited to talk about this.
Me too.
I'm excited to talk about this. I want to, before we talk about something so, I don't want to say sensitive, but I would say controversial, right? First and foremost, when you attack things like this, when you address subjects like this, we got to get definitions straight.
Facts. All right.
the
So,
definition.
with that being said, this is courtesy of Urban Dictionary. I mean, I'm just saying. You feel me? It's a made
I
up.
fucking love
It was an accurate.
I
It was an
fucking-
accurate.
No, it actually it's pretty accurate, man.
I
When you
love
guys
it.
listen to
I love
this,
it.
toxic
Have you looked up
masculinity.
Alec
Nah,
in Urban Dictionary?
nah. I think we should all look up
ALEK?
our names. We should all look up our
No,
names. That's
it's
just actually pretty
hysterical.
funny.
Don't look
It's
at my
fucking
shit. Gonna be
hysterical.
not found.
Fucking
Dirty
Adora-
dog.
Adora sent me
Not
that
that
shit, I was
bad,
dying, man.
All right, so toxic masculinity, according to Urban Dictionary, is defined as a social science term that describes narrow, repressive type of ideas about the male gender role that defines masculinity as exaggerated masculine traits like being violent, unemotional, sexually aggressive, and so forth.
Funny you say that because I didn't catch it before, but I actually caught it right now. Let's actually dissect the whole thing. You said what was the first part again? Say it again.
A social science term that describes
science.
narrow,
Sociological.
repressive type of ideas about the male gender role.
Narrow, repressive. Narrow and repressive.
Give us a little context on that.
Narrow and what is narrow and repressive? Narrow and repressive, it means it just doesn't encompass all of us. That's basically what it's saying right there.
Really?
Right? Right? No, seriously. Narrow. If
No.
something's narrow, if you're narrow-minded,
Yeah, you're
right?
narrowing it
If
down.
you're narrow-minded, you're not getting the full scope, which means that there are males out there that do not
Fit that
subscribe
category.
to that.
Type shit.
Subscribe to that category or do not fit in that category. Regardless, I think that there are certain aspects to that definition that do plague our sex or our sexual group, as males.
Yeah.
And I think it deserves a visit. And one thing, and one of the reasons I say that you guys changed, what this episode was going to be about is because it was never supposed to be this, but it actually inspired us. Your commentary inspired us to look inwards into ourselves.
Yeah, it really did.
And really look at masculinity maybe not in a defensive way. I don't think we should defend it. I think any bozo can defend their own masculinity and say like,
Right.
yeah,
Justify it.
But it takes a real fucking man to say, hey, listen, yo, this is what's wrong with
Takes a
us.
real person.
Or just to
Real person.
acknowledge that
Real
something's
man.
No, but I mean a man for masculinity, person to look within themselves and criticize themselves.
Okay.
But for males,
Yeah.
it takes a real man to fucking.
Yeah,
And if you're a female,
So
just a
let's-
real female to
That's
do
actually
that.
the no true Scotsman fallacy. No, I'm just
nah, I mean, just
So yeah, so
It's a
I mean,
fallacy.
so
yeah, just to feed off you, bro. I'm sorry,
yeah,
just
go
to
ahead,
feed
man,
off
go
you,
ahead,
like
go ahead.
reading that definition. It makes me realize that some of those shit that that it is true, and like you said, it's narrow to certain people.
What's
and
true?
Like some of this, like being unemotional, being violent. I know a bunch
Okay.
of dudes who are violent.
I think all of it's true, just in varying degrees.
Absolutely.
Okay. I mean,
Absolutely.
I know one for me, man, and we were talking about this earlier, is the whole unemotional part. Take it from me, you don't want to be unemotional. That's just not cool, bro.
I can relate.
I've went through tons of relationships, friendships, with a partner, whatever. A relationship is a relationship and I lost people because I wasn't as emotional.
So to start off, what is the traditional male expectation for emotion? Well, what do you believe is the traditional
Men
male
don't cry.
expectation?
In my eye, yeah, keep it
think-
simple.
you think
Men
that's
don't
the
cry.
idea-
Don't cry.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the
Okay.
main thing. Men don't cry.
Okay.
Yeah, we just shouldn't really care about certain shit, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
for example, really quick, just being as probably affectionate with your woman.
Oh yeah, that was
Being
too.
affectionate with your woman. I
Affectionate.
feel like
You kiss
that's...
your girl, yo, you a bitch, bro.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm going to go
You
chill.
loving your girl in public?
Yeah, that's definitely toxic.
Ken, what do you got there? What do you...
I think it varies depending on the sort of society you come from and what that
Your
society or what that culture, I would say.
It is
You're closer.
subjective to a certain.
I think it's completely subjective because it's like if you can come from say this is probably not true, but you can come from say like an Indian culture
Okay.
where the emphasis on
If you're Indian, please comment.
If we're wrong, just understand.
This is
We would love to know.
This is just hypothetical.
wrong
I
we
could be
were.
completely wrong.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
I'm not aiming for like. I'm not
Throw
aiming
that
for.
out
It,
there.
It
it's
was just a hypothetical.
Yeah, a hypothetical comparison. But let's say I just picked Indian randomly. But say like you're from an Indian culture where, where the American idea of being a man, so being a provider or being the sole caretaker or whatever, is differently defined in that Indian culture.
Right.
So it could be like the emphasis being a real man is showing your emotion, or not necessarily taking on every possible problem that you can and trying to fix everything.
Right.
So it depends on again, the culture that you come from and the mindset that you have about being a man. Because like there could be set, I guess you could call them constraints for being a man as a Hispanic male. Right. But when you start your family, you may not even follow those. You may have something completely different that you defined, and your wife or husband or whatever, if you go that way, whatever, you two can come to that agreement about what a man is and raise your family that way. It's all subjective.
I'm actually really curious. I don't know if you can like do a real quick on matriarchal cultures that actually, women are the head of the household. I'm really curious which cultures. I don't know if you could just do that on the side while I say my piece. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, being emotional, I think, is just something human to us, and I feel that regardless of whether you were, raised to show it or not, it is something that you experience as a human being. Yep. And the varying degrees to which you suppress that really do show and really do manifest in how you act out, right? And I've seen many people that I've experienced, just experienced many people who had that hard male outer shell, right? Because they were cultured to be that way. And really funneled to be that way, just like I was saying before, that those social constructs that we were kind of funneled into, right, into predictability, and they tend to be the most emotional people, because when they do have that chance to release it, it's like almost that they've been dying to release it, because it is a pressure. It is a pressure within yourself that you cannot deny.
And I would argue they're not the most emotional per se. It's just when they do get it out, they get it all out.
Yeah,
right. So it's the main amount. It's the same amount of emotion, but it's just the doses in which it comes out is just more concentrated, right?
Emotionally, as far as what we feel. I'm not saying we all feel the same things. Please do not.
Us at this table. Us at this table. Is that what you mean?
Context. Huh?
Is that what you mean?
No, I meant like humans in general, right?
Everybody
I think we have
the same amount.
We all have like a
so I feel like
if
we all have like 100%, right? The percentage of which we let out, right? That's what people see. Yeah. Right, so it's the concentration of which leaves, I guess, the soul of the body, right?
We all have a base level of emotion, and everybody is on a spectrum of how they express that.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
Right. And go ahead.
Nah, I was just saying, I want us four to actually not break down, but just give our real takes on these three, in particular on us. And see if
absolutely, I'm so down.
And I want us to exploit our weaknesses in a way and
absolutely.
Shit. And
I'm ready. Let's get
like you said earlier, not sort of support this, but just give it a different view. Let's get on the first one.
Let's give it a chance.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Perp,
let's give it a chance.
I want you to open up with this, man. What are your thoughts on violence and men?
Men and violence?
Yeah. So do you think men are meant to be violent type shit? Are we supposed to? Is that what it is? Do you find yourself being, a violent man and shit?
I mean, I'll be honest. There's a lot of I can differentiate. You know what I'm saying? What's, I guess, for lack of a better term, I don't know how to put it. I can differentiate what's acceptable and what's not, right? So, for example, there's a lot of situations where I'm like, yo, if I had the choice to do what I really want to do, I'd do some next shit, right? But I know legally and morally, I'm gonna regret it after. Because you know what I'm saying,
check yourself.
Yeah, check your motherfucking okay. But there's been a lot of not only me, but I'm saying a lot of people a lot of situations where you would want to get violent. I don't think it's something just safe for men. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go down to a primal level, you know what I'm saying, hunting. You know what I'm saying, you got to get violent to hunt. You feel me? But
correct.
You don't got to be a man to hunt.
So are you saying that sort of violence really depends on the situation?
Historically. I was gonna say, but you get what I mean. What you
saying? So you're basically going with violence depending on the situation is
no, I don't think that's something that's so broad that you can't really just say men are violent. You know what I'm saying? I ran into violent women.
I won't say that. Yeah, I was about to say that too.
A lot of violent women. Yeah, you feel me? So it just depends on. Now you want to say generally are men more violent? Probably, I could see. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think there's a did.
I don't know. I don't think.
I think we are.
No, I think because if you look, honestly, I think I would agree.
Crime statistics.
Yes, and crime statistics, and also look at just look at even male animals and just the history of males, man. Like males have been the hunters. Male animals are usually the hunters. You know what I'm saying? Some species are different, but generally the male get together and go hunt, and then it is what it is.
Oh, not in the.
I just
not
said
in the feline. Not in the.
I literally just said not in every species.
I know.
But
I don't know. People just
so it
automatically
varies.
think of
That don't mean
yeah.
male lions
Female
can't eat
lionesses.
you though. So.
no, yeah, 100%. Yeah. So I mean,
the female lions or the female
the
lions.
female lines
they
are like
go
the
out?
bosses, yeah. So I think that's very general. But like, yeah, me personally, like, yeah, there's been a lot of times I could have killed somebody, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel everybo's been there. I'm not the only one. You feel me? Like,
What do you feel about the people that were around you though? Like, did you feel like they were?
Oh, they were so much more. See, that's fucking crazy because growing up, I always felt like, yo, is almost everybody around me so. When it's time for conflict, everybody's so eager to fight, right?
Ready.
Another thing I found
they're
too.
waiting for it.
Yeah, so
right?
for
It's like
example,
they're waiting for something
almost
to pop
right,
off,
and it's
right?
like, oh, yo, this is a conflict situation. I gotta show that I'm with this fight, that I'm with it to fight, right?
Type shit.
You feel me? So I feel like there's been a lot of situations growing up where I'd be like, yo, it'll be a
toxic
little disagreement.
aspect.
It'll be a little disagreement, but both dudes get on some type of time where it's like, oh, so what's up then? So it's like, yo, bro, it was just a little disagreement.
You know what I think that comes into? And I think this is what comes into the. I'm starting to see this toxic masculinity thing from another standpoint. Now talking about it, I think this is the point of this conversation, right? Just really trying to get a grasp on it. I feel like people are, males at a young age, or depending on how you were, raised, they were taught that this is what males do.
Yeah.
Therefore, they're waiting for the chance to prove themselves.
Being conditioned, like you said.
That right, they're waiting for the chance to prove themselves in that setting, right? So if they've never encountered a situation where they can prove their physical, adequacy, right, for lack of a better term, they're gonna be eager.
To
whenever they do have it, to prove it.
Yeah, because they're like, yo, I haven't shown it yet. Like, yo,
Right.
my time's coming. My time's coming.
Right.
You know what I'm
And I
saying?
think that's where some of like maybe the people that you were raised around, they were always, they were always raised around stories like, yo, I did this, da da da, and guys,
and the people that get the respect are usually the more violent, the more people.
Right.
Yeah.
Pistol Pete in the
especially in the
Bronx.
hood.
You look at trying to Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete was known for laying the murder game down. You feel me? And look at him. He gets super respect in the Bronx Soundview. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pistol Pete, Alpo at one point was getting super respect, but he's a snitch. You feel me? People like that, like murderers, bro.
Frank Lucas.
Yeah, but he was another one that's.
It matters.
You know what I'm saying?
It matters.
But he got the respect because of the violence.
The violence shit,
Fucking
but he
shot
was
somebody in
another
broad
one.
daylight.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like,
Come on, Pop.
you know what I'm saying? All these people, it was violence. What's the other one? Sammy the Bull. All these motherfuckers snitch. But at the end of the day, they got respect because they were laying the murder game down. You know what I'm saying? They were murdering people like ruthlessly.
Right.
You feel me?
Even from my city, it's a famous one, 2-5. Only people from my brother really know that is, but he was really like a
Out there.
wild fucking boy.
Yeah. Every place has had their share of somebody that was like that. You know what I'm saying? Not just New York or around us. But that's what gets the respect, especially around me. It was drug dealers and killers that were getting the respect. So you kind of grow up with that false notion, like, yo, shit, I might have to shoot somebody when there's some bullshit.
And it's a shame. I don't mean to get too into the kind of biology of it, but I mean, there are things that are innately, that are in your genetics, right? That do cause you to assume a certain sort of lifestyle or a sort of like behavior, right? There is, psychopathy, right? And there's sociopathy as well, right? Psychopathy is usually something that you're born with. You have, in most of these people that are psychopaths, right? They have a tendency to not be stimulated the way that normal people are stimulated. So, for example, it takes a lot more for them to feel a certain feeling, or their feeling for happiness might be rewired with a feeling for for example, fear or excitement, right? And so different things stimulate them, right? That's an example of like some sort of biological sort of
That's really getting
sort of
deep into
innate,
that. But I like
right?
that though. That's actually a good way to look
It's kind
at
of
shit like that, too.
The sociopathy aspect. So for sociopaths, they're actually raised that way, right?
Yeah.
So I was actually watching one video. I wish I had the link to it. I want to give them some credit. Hopefully, I can put it on the on the description. That psychopaths are born, sociopaths are raised.
Yeah.
Right?
Yo.
Sociopaths are made. So the environment really and the way that you are born, do not get it twisted. Genetics are not the end all. Yeah. You really do have to care for someone on a social aspect.
Yeah,
The nurture, the nature versus nurture, it all makes a difference.
Oh man!
And so the nurture aspect is really what we're talking about here. Really, I mean, if you were born that way, I mean, there, it's unfortunate, but there are ways to kind of
It's crazy you bring that up, and I'm gonna tell you this after this podcast. I don't want to get on it, but something regarding like the nurturing and being born a certain way.
Yeah, absolutely.
On to this next one. I actually want to open up with this next one, the unemotional part. I kind of spoke about it a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a real thing. I think that's a real thing with a lot of men. That I know, at least, we are very unemotional, and we take pride in that shit too. And that's stupid.
Why do you take pride in it? Why
do you take pride in it, bro? I don't know.
Like it's...
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro. I don't know. I don't know what put me.
It's amazing when you start to think about it. You don't know
bro,
why.
Because
you're like
I don't
that,
know
right?
why I was ever in the headspace where I'm thinking like, yo, if I don't show emotion, like I'm that guy. I'm that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm Gucci.
You were taught that.
You know what's crazy though? I really wasn't, bro. I wasn't, because my father is not like me, bro.
He didn't
teach me to not be emotional. He told me, yo, be emotional. Be emotional.
Yeah, but I feel like with your dad,
and that's the crazy shit.
I feel like with your dad, it wasn't.
I wouldn't say it was.
Don't be afraid to be you. You feel me? Because especially judging what your dad was, like your dad was kind of like, yo, be you, fuck all that. You feel me? And then also to your sister being, she had to be real comfortable and real with herself to be like, yo, all right, this is who I am. You feel me? So now that's why he's like, yo, be who you are. You feel me?
Yeah.
If you want to show emotion, show emotion. So you feel me? I mean, I could be wrong, but like,
what it is, I think in your case specifically, and people like you,
because your dad knew toxic masculinity. You feel me?
I don't even think it's like the toxic masculinity thing. I think it's just a protective mechanism from subconsciously. There was something that you saw happen to you. I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I can't really say it. I can't say it on air anyway. But I think there's something that happened to you, and you're like, "Fuck that! I don't want to feel that." Like,
you know what it is, bro.
That definitely is. But again, I do want to point out that I did not say that your father taught you that.
Yeah. No, because I heard you were taught that.
You were taught that.
Oh, I was thinking of it from like my pop's point of view.
I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. And it's okay to assume that.
You know what it is? You know why I linked that to that?
It's okay to assume that.
Being that masculinity is a main topic, I learned and I mentioned it in the parenting episode 4. I learned a lot of my masculinity traits from my dad. Absolutely. So when I heard, you were taught that, it triggered my father.
Right.
You feel me?
And it's okay.
So I apologize about that.
No, it's okay to assume that. But what I did mean was that I think I should have phrased it a little bit better. That you were formed by how you were raised. Yeah, and let me tell you something. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you spend a lot of your time in your younger years in school. Mm-hmm. Okay, the people that are around you, your father might not have taught you, but other people around you, their fathers might have taught them, and they might have imposed that on you. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, if the numbers around you outnumber, so if the type of parenting style that is imposed on the kids that are around you outnumbers the type of parenting style that you were getting, that's going to be imposed on you, and just based off of numbers like that, bro. Dude.
Yeah. And I was also gonna say with your dad too, like your dad, the way your dad grew up and the life that he lived, he was around a lot of people that were bottling this up, and he saw a lot of people what that led them to do. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So your dad knows firsthand experience what bottling up fucking emotions and trying to be this.
My father did that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
He did
it comes out in bursts.
Your dad knows that firsthand what that could lead to.
I've seen the worst of that too.
It's really bad, bro.
I've seen the worst possible thing.
People lose it all, man.
I feel you.
It's not something that you want.
It's not, bro. It's really not. And keeping all my emotions in too really led me to a very bad place that all y'all knew where I was at. And that shit is trash. And to all the dudes out there, bro, like, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I'm gonna end my aspect on this unemotional point right here. Yo, bro, show your emotions, man. Don't be afraid to cry. Don't be afraid to tell shorty you love her. Don't be afraid to tell your nigga you love him.
Let's give all of us. I want to give
you know what I'm saying, bro. Like, really,
how to
show emotion, man. Don't be scared, bro. If somebody want to call you a little bitch because you crying, fuck that. Dead ass, bro. Dead ass, fuck all that shit, man.
No violence.
You good, nigga. We humans, bro. We all meant to cry, man. You know what I'm saying?
I think that was it right there.
You do what you got to do, bro. That's it. Show more emotion, gentlemen, because I know I am. I learn from it. It is what it is. I might have lost people, but you learn. You learn.
Yeah, that.
Go ahead, man.
It will fuck up your relationships, bro.
It will fuck up your relationships. With people, like I said, with your partner or with your friend. It doesn't matter. Relationship in general, man.
Yeah, and just to feed off of that, too, well, one, I think everybody should realize too, like at the end of the day, relationships are everything. I'm talking about relationship in, like, to the literal aspect, whether it's a relationship with your boss or whatever. Relationship with people is important, and also too, like, I do agree, show your emotion, and you got to be vulnerable, but you gotta choose carefully who you're gonna do that with and where you're
that's
gonna.
what I'm
I'm not saying now,
Absolutely.
show your emotion. Now go on fucking Instagram Live and I'm
that's-
fucking depressed.
that's
No,
what
you feel me?
in the club right
Yo,
now.
seen
then
that. I've seen that.
that's
I've seen
you setting
that.
yourself up. You setting yourself up right there, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta pick. You gotta
understand
be
the
real smart.
consequences.
Yeah, you gotta be smart with who you're gonna be vulnerable with, who you're gonna open up to. But you have to have that person, and it's not bad to do so.
Don't put your business on the internet. That's
Yeah,
that's
fuck. You know,
that's not what I'm saying to do, man. If you're gonna talk to somebody, talk to them on a face-to-face,
don't
personal.
talk to IG
someone that
Live.
you trust enough,
Because
man.
it also feels better, and we mentioned this with Dion, man. This is beautiful. I love how everything we say, I can refer
It
to a
always comes
fucking
back to- I'm
episode,
telling you, it
man.
always comes
Episode 9 with D Witt. It's always good to talk shit out, man. You have to.
And it doesn't even have to be to somebody you know, because a lot of times, like this happened to me a lot, man. Especially like what I went through recently. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to you guys a lot, right? And I found that a lot of the time while I was talking to you guys, I was figuring it out while
realize
I was
shit.
talking
Yeah.
it. While
You
I was
realize
talking,
shit.
I'm like, yo, I don't even got to talk to
It's
these motherfuckers
something-
anymore.
it's
I
something
already got
about-
it in my head. I even need, you know what I'm saying? That's the purpose also. What you brought up last time with the D Wood episode about the therapy stuff. Like, it's not even the therapist. It's just you talking about it.
Absolutely.
You get
Just
what
the
I'm saying?
action.
It's transforming your thoughts, because the thing is that your thoughts can get so scrambled and so distorted that you know it almost forms its own sort of entity, and when you put it into words, it almost sort of gets like I don't know how to describe it. It almost cleans itself out a little bit. It kind of sort of refines itself when you put it into when you're forced to put it into words. That's the power of therapy, and I feel like therapy is not just confined to therapists. It can be a friend, it can be a family member, it can be a stranger even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying.
it's important to let it out. I mean, it's okay. It's just it's a way of release.
It is.
Think about emotion as pressure. It is as real as a physical pressure, and as you contain it, as it builds up, it will release. Just give it a matter of time.
Yeah, it is. Ken,
That's all it is.
you got any words on the on emotional aspect before we move on to the next one?
I mean, you guys pretty much said it all already.
Yeah, we kind of
Word. And this next one is gonna be the last one before we go to our second music break.
Yeah, what is it?
And I think I ain't gonna front on my aspect. I might agree with this, man. I ain't gonna front.
What is
Being sexually aggressive.
Oh, I knew it was
Dirty dog.
No te pases.
You said so.
Te pasaste. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about
So what exactly?
It just said sexually.
Sexually aggressive. That's
Okay,
all.
so
Now what the fuck does
Well,
that
actually,
mean, bro?
there's a link there on the urban thing.
Yo,
Yeah,
listen,
Ken
I'm gonna
can see
listen
where it
real
leads to.
quick.
Can we
Check.
figure out?
Check. I'm gonna
what
help
that
you out real
means?
quick.
Talk to me, my man.
Sexually aggressive. Can you please just define that? Because that could be.
It can mean a lot of things.
You
like,
could get at least.
yeah,
you could
yeah.
get some legal action taken against you
This
after
is
that.
true.
one.
I'm gonna read
So
the
define
Urban
it.
Dictionary of sexual aggressive right now, and it is someone who is very upfront about their sexual desires, needs, and thoughts, typically needing a great deal of sexual intercourse
I'm ready for this.
to sufficiently satisfy their needs.
I'm ready for this.
Alec, open up with this.
Damn. Okay. Yeah. As a whole, I feel like guys they know what they want. They know what they want. But the way that they go about it, that right there is where sometimes I have to deviate.
Yeah.
Because
yourself.
But see,
I was raised a certain way. I wasn't really taught to know. I mean, taught to how to go about expressing your sexual
Desires.
and stuff like that. I kind of figured that out for myself. I want to say I'm healthy with it. I am. I'm not.
It's a healthy aggression.
I'm not one of those cat callers. I'm not any of that. I don't do that. I don't do that. Hey, my shit.
oh, word?
Fuck you.
I don't do that.
that.
Listen, I don't do that. I think there's enough of that going around. I feel like I figured that out at an early age. Being friends with so many females at a young age, I understood what females wanted. At the end of the day, I just never wanted to be that guy, and so that kind of shaped me. I had actually females shape the way that I approach sexual situations, and that actually, dude, that ended up being great for me, bro. I'm able to be honest with people. I'm able to get away with things that that guys feel like they need to lie about.
It's only because they
bro.
like you, honestly.
Huh?
No, I'm kidding.
Nah, man.
I think Kenneth. Probably used your approach and just didn't get your outcome type shit. That's why he's saying it.
No, but it's true though. It's true though.
Going at him.
You know what it is though.
Going at him.
You know what it is. It does
back.
come. It does go. It does have to do with how you're raised. More importantly, it's
I
more.
was just trying to boost Alec there. But
Thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
All three
Now,
got pussy.
I feel like it has less to do with how you were raised, more to do with who you were raised with, right? The people that you were raised around. So, for example, I feel like if I was to be like friends with more guys at a young age, I feel like I would come out a little bit different. I'd be a little bit more obnoxious. I was more like just the cool guy after, like, you know, after my high school phase and stuff like that. But, you know, just real chill about it, not too aggressive about it. But, you know, when things got into the room, that's when shit get aggressive.
I get
it wasn't so so much more like.
So you weren't publicly aggressive with your
I wasn't
shit.
more so. I wasn't socially.
But
aggressive.
when it's one-on-one,
When it's one-on-one,
That's a figgity. That's a figgity.
Alright.
And before we move over to Kenneth's aspect of things,
love
because
to hear this.
I know I'm sort of like eager to hear what he got to say. We're gonna take you a commercial break, a music break. I keep saying commercial. I think I'm on
No, it's all right. It's
television.
All right.
But you guys get the goddamn
in advance.
Soon commercials, bro.
That's a friggity. All righty, guys. So
commercial, bro.
what we're gonna do? I'm gonna switch it up a little bit, man. You guys know Perp and I. We're some deep house
This
lovers.
song is fire.
So we're gonna bring you some deep house. This is by Roog and
like
Dennis
deep
Quinn.
house
This is
too,
called
bro.
2A. Enjoy this dirty deep house.
Dirty, disgusting, disgusting.
All right. Once again, guys, that was Roog and Dennis Quinn. That track's name is 2A. What do we think about that? I fucking
That
love
shit
house,
is hard,
man.
man.
That shit is
You know
for
what I'm
eats,
saying?
don't glitz.
The music versatility on this side is crazy, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Alright?
All right, guys.
Yeah,
Well,
fuck
Brag
with
about
the
that
kids.
every single episode.
every episode. All right, guys. Welcome back to the Check Box. We were speaking on toxic masculinity, in particular sexual aggressiveness, okay? And we were actually getting to Kenneth's take on that. Bro, what's your take?
Well, I mean, as far as how it's defined in the context of toxic masculinity, I completely agree that is a toxic masculinity trait. Because I have I'm friends with people who, like, literally do not regard women as, like, people they should, like, spend time talking to and becoming friends with. Like, I literally know
They
men
view them as
specific-
like a sexual entity.
like kind of like
to
they,
engage
like their
with.
opinion of women is so low that like, and they don't even realize it. They think it's like
They're oblivious to it.
Yeah.
It's not even like
They think it's the norm?
Yeah.
Is that what you're about to say?
They just like
They don't think twice about it because
they
that's how
think
they're
them
raised.
lower themselves first of all and lower women because like they think like I could never be friends with a girl just to be friends with a girl. It's like what do you
what?
like what are
We
you
are not
thinking
those
when
type
you
of
say
men.
that?
Quick question:
We have a lot of
those
girlfriends.
those people do they are they a part of a particular cultural group, or are they of different cultural origins?
And so that depends. I mean,
I'm curious.
The people that the one person that
Trying to get to the bottom
I can't
of
name
this.
drop this person, but they know who they are. Like this person,
All right.
this person knows better and still believes it. Like, and I'm not like a feminist or anything like that. Like, I'm an egalitarian. You can Google that. I'm not going to tell you what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
Google it. Like this person knows better and knows like they have a healthy respect for women, I guess. But like they just when they say things like this, when they say things like I could never be friends with a girl for the sake because all I want is bubble. It's like
Fuck
What
that.
are
like
talking
you
about?
know that
Fuck
doesn't make any
that.
sense,
It
but
doesn't.
you somehow still convince yourself to believe it. But like whatever. Moving on with the sexual aggressiveness, like. Me personally, like I have never been sexually aggressive to a woman. I hope not. I mean, someone's probably gonna expose me. I don't know. But that's the point. Most
What,
of the time,
what do you mean? What do you mean in the approaching aspect,
Yeah, like in
or
the,
do you
in
mean
the approaching aspect?
Okay,
like
I see.
I've never been like someone's probably gonna expose me to, but like I've never been like thirsty in the DM because like I know like
Yeah, me neither.
I
I've
never like
never
because
done that.
first of all it comes off as disrespectful. You know what I mean? And
I'm gonna get some.
I just think it's just fucking. I just think
No.
thirsty
No,
is just
I'll get to that
something
in a
I don't
second.
want to be.
well,
that's a
that's
good
the
point.
thing. Like, to me, it shows that like if we didn't come to the agreement that we view each other in this way, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be the one to start that aggressive. Like, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? And this applies to real life too. Like, I'm not gonna touch you in the club. You feel me? Like,
Unless you want to be touched.
yeah, exactly. No, yeah, exactly. Though, right? Like, unless it's like mutual and it's obvious, right?
Yeah, like you grab
I'm
the
not
hand and
gonna
put it
approach you first in the club either. But that's my fear of rejection. But
Dude, I hate that shit when I see guys when I see guys in the club and
Just
they
disrespecting
and
the
no, and
shit,
they're just
trying
like
to
they literally come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Dude, they
I see
literally come out of nowhere. And the thing is, like, usually I go to clubs and I go with girls and stuff like that. And, you know, not all of them I'm, like, with. So I'm like, they're friends. And these guys, dude, they come up, man, and they literally grab the hand, fucking straddle the waist, and they just, like, and I'm just like, dude,
and that's
who the fuck does this work with? Because seriously, seriously, like, who, like, does...
To be honest, you would be surprised.
No, I know.
I was gonna get to that.
No,
I was
I've
gonna get to
seen
that.
it work. I've seen it work. And the females that are letting this shit fucking happen, it's your fucking fault for giving these guys. No, I'm serious. It's your fault. It's your fault for letting them think it's so fucking K.
You heard it here first, folks.
Damn,
It
y'all got
is.
Alec emotional.
No,
in
that
this
shit
bitch.
gets me
You
tight,
heard it
bro.
here
That shit
first.
gets me tight because these niggas. I'm sorry. Sorry.
I get what you're saying.
Sorry.
I get what you're saying though.
I do.
And
They
we're-
ruin it for the guys like us.
For men in
With
general, not
respect.
for a particular
Upstanding men.
demographic.
And then not even that,
But it's just, you know, I've seen all colors of men do this shit, dude. It's so classless, bro.
It is,
It's
man.
so
It's a reflection
classless,
of, you know,
man.
how they feel about themselves more than anything.
But
It's not necessarily like...
And they go into the clubs with that mentality of like,
Yeah.
yo, I need to leave with someone, and they just really, dude, go in there with a good time, bro. With the mentality
If
of
it
going
happens,
to
it
have a good
happens.
time.
And also, to be
Yeah,
fair,
bro.
some men really are sexual predators. Like,
Absolutely.
they actually are one. They're not like they're not just insecure people who, you know, are
Just trying to
sexually
dance in the
aggressive for the
club.
sake of it. Like,
But you know what I think
some
it comes
of them
from?
really are predators.
It
so
comes
that's
from
also
that.
a thing.
I feel like it comes from that what you call it, that toxic masculine kind of upbringing that they feel like
I
they
wouldn't
need
think
to.
so.
I
wouldn't think so.
I
think it
think
depends.
for certain people,
certain
it does
people,
that they need to have that's those sexual experiences that they've
That
heard about it. They've heard about it.
One-night stands
They
and
need
all
to execute it.
Or, damn, I ain't a real-
wanna
I ain't
feel
a
like
real
that
guy
is-
if
Not a
I
man
do that.
until I
Right.
like just
That
get
they're
on
gonna
a
On
good
that point, I
stand.
would agree with you, but on the sexual predator thing, I think that's like a
That's
that's a
little
whole
different.
That's a whole
nother-
different-
Yeah, that's a whole.
I think it can
But we shouldn't get them
overlap.
confused. It's not
Yes.
the same thing. Like,
Right.
like even though someone like a dude may grab your ass or whatever because he's a dumbass, right?
Right.
But like the dude who's slipping, you know, Molly in your drink, that's
different.
But it
that's
can't
on a
overlap.
different level.
It can't overlap.
It
But
can't
can't
ever. It could be a
It's not the
motherfucker
same
just going
thing
around grabbing
necessarily.
asses like, yo, I'm gonna grab every ass until somebody stops
There
me.
are
You know what I'm
flavors
saying?
of
Like,
predators,
It's
my
sexual
friend. There are
assault,
flavors
but
of
like
predators.
it's a different flavor. It's all
Type shit.
Yeah.
Perfect,
It's
man.
sexual assault no matter what though. It's wrong no
Perfect.
matter what.
What do you got?
all that with the thing. So for example, so like I agree. Like I've seen dudes in the club go on, they just straight up grab a girl. She'll be talking,
yeah,
just
yeah, I've
disregard
seen that
that
too.
and just go
Yeah,
grab her,
yo.
right? I've seen girls be like, what the fuck?
That ass.
Which they should have did. And I've also seen girls like kind of like
Entertain.
wait,
Oh,
and they
either
could be
confused.
looking around, either looking at that
Yeah.
person to save them, or they're just like,
Yeah.
They'll
okay,
be shook.
I guess I'm just gonna go with it, and they let it happen.
yeah,
I know
I've
girls
seen
like that too.
Yeah.
Listen, my thing is now if you are right, now that's not a problem.
If you
If
want
you,
to
if you love
just
to
go
dance,
with a good
listen,
time,
if you like to
yeah.
dance and
Yeah,
somebody
that's
just
it.
grabs you to
That's
dance,
it. That's it.
fine, that's valid, right? But if my thing is, I've seen that happen to girls and they're uncomfortable with it and they let it happen.
And that,
If-
they're more uncomfortable than not.
yes, yeah. So
it kind
my-
of makes me want to intervene a little bit. I'm just like, nah,
Yeah,
it's not my
that's
place.
what it is.
It's
No,
not my
and then I'm gonna
place.
get into an
just
issue with a
like,
dude.
yo,
I don't know,
just
whatever.
like,
Either way,
yo,
and it blows mine every time I see it. You feel me? And it's
corny
to me, it just like I just think certain females got to be more comfortable saying no and just really having that
You gotta
respect.
stand up for yourself.
Yeah, stand up because
like,
don't be
people in
afraid.
the crowd, like
Somebody's gonna stand up for you if you're in a club. I feel like I don't think somebody's in the
in
club's
any
gonna let
crowd,
it.
I feel like
Yeah.
someone's gonna be like someone's gonna stand up.
But just make sure you're in the right setting. But as far as sexual aggressiveness goes, I have 5 sisters. And you know what I'm saying? I have mad nieces and my mom, I got mad aunts and shit.
a lot of estrogen around. Yeah,
So
for sure.
I grew up around females, so my take's always been different. You feel me? And I always had that like I never wanted to disrespect women. I never wanted to make a woman feel
Same
uncomfortable.
here.
That's like my main thing. I never,
Yeah,
ever,
absolutely.
ever wanted to make a woman feel uncomfortable in
Same.
any aspect. Talking, sex, anything.
Yeah, same.
My concern is always with the woman. You feel me? So like with how she's feeling and stuff like that. So it was always conflicting for me, right? Because I grew up with mad women. I love my sisters. I love my mom and shit. I love respecting them. I know I want them to get respected. You feel me?
Definitely.
So growing up, it was just tougher for me because while other dudes are just over here trying to be dogs, I'm like, yo, damn.
Yeah.
Like, I will murder a motherfucker if he did that to
So
my
how
sister.
do you
feel me?
so
Like,
how do you feel like if you're in a situation, right? And well, I'm pretty sure you found yourself in one of these situations, right, when the guys around you acting a certain type of way, and you just really just feel embarrassed by it. I've definitely felt
It has
that.
happened.
Yeah.
It's happened.
I've definitely felt that.
Listen,
And I'm like, yo,
That was
I mean,
yeast, bro.
I've been in that situation. My
How do
thing
you
is,
do you stand your ground? Do you
Yeah.
let them know, or do you just let it pass
Yeah, my
by?
thing is-
Let the guys be guys. Like how do you? How do
it
you
depends. It depends. Like it depends if I accept. Because listen, of course, there's always that. Certain people are your boys, your friends. Like I fuck with y'all on a higher level than most people. Some people are just acquaintances. You know, if I'm just chilling with regular dudes in the hood, I only chill with when I'm
you don't
going to
give a
the
shit
block
about?
real
Right,
quick.
right.
You do your thing, man. I don't care. Whatever. You want to talk that bullshit, whatever. I'm gonna disassociate with myself with you in like 5 minutes anyway.
Because it rubs off on
It
you.
don't matter,
bro.
and I'm
Like,
not,
you
and
know,
not even
girls
that.
are
I'm not gonna
see
waste my
that.
time trying to change your perspective because I don't care enough. You feel me? You're not around me enough. You feel me? So that's that, and then. But I have been in situations where like it's people that I fuck with, you feel me, closer with some of my real boys, you know what I'm saying? They're like, not that I've never had like any of my real close friends be like, yo, hey, yo, mom, what up? You feel me? Actually one, and you know what I'm saying? But I feel like, and y'all know too, like I don't really hold my tongue, especially with people I fuck with, you feel me? And one thing I feel like I'm pretty good at is like if I don't fuck with something, you'll see it in my face. You feel me? You'll feel it. You feel me? Especially with shit like that, because I get real serious. I know I fuck around a lot. I'm a joker. I'm always fucking around, right? But with shit like that, like you'll know, because while everybody's joking, I'm not joking. You feel me? So then you'll kind of get the vibe. And a lot of my close people know around me, y'all. They know I got sisters. They know I got mad nieces. They know my position on women too. Now don't get me wrong. I'm fucking like. I be horny, my nigga. You feel me? Like it is what it. I be horny. You feel me? Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just man. Like I don't know what it is. But I like sex. You feel me? So not in the crazy way. Like I'm not. I gotta have sex every day. Nah, I like it. It's a great time for both of us. The me and the female. You feel me? I like it. You feel me? I would hope so, right? But. So and there's nothing too, right? Like that's enough to you talk about like fear of rejection. That used to be it with me too, right? But like, yo, damn, a girl don't want me to slide in her DMs, all this shit. You got to take that out of your head, man, because it's just not true. It's just not true, right? And for me, it was kind of like I've never been the type of going to DMs either. Yeah, I don't. Right? But there was a certain point in my life too where I was just like, yo, I gotta see what's up, because I'm just seeing dudes around me getting chances with like people that I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
How the hell?
I'm like, yo, how the hell?
I was never that,
what the hell?
Guy.
One thing I want to say about the chances thing, like I know someone who like gave chances to like a few people they didn't act, or a few people who
Talking
gave
about
chances.
a female? You talking about a female?
Yeah, like a few females actually who gave chances to people they didn't want to give chances to,
and now they're like
out of like no, not even like out of the fact that they just wanted attention. Like it was just like.
I have a feeling I know what you're talking about.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, bro. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but like there you go. Now a shorty might be like, yo, fuck, I want attention. Let me just give this guy I don't want to talk to some attention.
Right.
And then you never know. It might be working out in the girl's favor. She might actually like actually feel like, yo, I like this dude, whatever. But that was the one thing big with me, especially like in high school and shit too. I'd be like, yo, man, like some of these. First of all, I'll be seeing people that like. Just weren't even on my level, just intellectually, or like just dressed like fucking bums and shit like that. Like getting these wavy girls, I'm like, nah. I think that's what it was for me too. Yeah, like
no, but you know what it is.
To the girl, why you fuck with that bum?
I think that speaks to just the love of attention. People do genuinely like attention.
Yeah,
and also too, but I'll say this too. Also having the 5 sis and all that too, like. Not bragging or anything, but like my standards were always much higher than those around me.
Absolutely,
you feel me? Like if you think I'ma just go ahead and just fuck this girl just to fuck her, like
how many times have we been in public?
This dick ain't free.
Yo, like
I'm definitely a little different.
How many times have we been in public? A girl passed by, you guys are like goo goo gaga. I'm just like, yo.
I do that.
This guy Alex, bro, he needs to.
Alexander's just like,
bro.
Nah, listen.
This dude be needing.
Nah, time out. Nah, you bugging. Nah, there's different, right? There's different. I might look at a girl and be like, yo, I would marry her.
It's okay.
Listen.
I'm not mad.
Okay, this happens. Is this toxic masculinity? Because this, all right, I'm gonna be honest. I'll look at a girl and be like, yo, damn, I'll fucking marry her. I'll look at another girl and be like, yo, damn, I would love to have sex with her. I'm gonna just be PG, I guess, right? You know what I'm saying? Then I look at some girls and be like, yo, I would literally like. Not even look at her. Yeah. This girl, I'll fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's just different.
I want to have a conversation with her.
I want to have, bro. There's some girls that, there's some girls, man. I've seen it. They're so beautiful. I look at them, but be like, yo, I would be just blessed to even be able to sit down with you and just look at you and talk to you.
Nah, that's a fact.
You feel me? There's some girls I look at them like that, but like, yo, I would
You can't
just.
tell them that.
It's
though,
enough for me
that's
to.
a little crazy.
Yo, exactly.
You have to approach it the right way. No,
Yo, you feel
totally
me?
another
But
time
it
to go.
depends now.
Facts.
Now, as far as the approaching thing, like,
Yeah.
I mean, just in general, like,
Yeah.
My thing is,
approaching women, man, you just gotta fucking
Yeah,
do
nah,
it,
I
bro.
don't
You
gotta
never know
confidence.
until you know, man.
Confidence.
I think men used to, or like, especially when we were younger. Oh, excuse me. When I was younger, I used to put women on a pedestal. And then, like, as I got older, I realized, like, I'm sorry to say this, but y'all are not shit. Like,
Men, listen.
trigger.
like, men aren't shit either.
Oh my God, how did he say that? How did he say that? How did he
Women
say that?
definitely are not shit. Women are not shit.
Can we make
Men are not shit either.
like this
None of us are shit.
red and white strobe light
You ain't
thing
shit, you
going
ain't
on
shit, you
every
ain't
time
shit,
we
you ain't
say
shit.
something
Nah,
like
I can see what you're saying with that too, because I kind of for a good portion of my life was doing that
on
too.
a pedestal is really what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say. Like,
I
you gotta
think-
treat everybody. I'm not gonna say the same, but
Yeah.
with the same respect.
but my
I'm gonna be honest.
Go ahead.
My fault,
Go
bro.
ahead.
With me and this sexually aggressive shit, like y'all know me, man. I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying, low.
I wouldn't even say it's
most.
aggressive. I just feel like you're very
No, you're socially
I'm
forward.
blunt, baby.
No,
I
yeah,
keep
yeah.
it a
Obviously,
stack.
you're up front. You know?
I keep it a
Nothing
stack,
wrong.
man.
Nothing
I
wrong
keep it
with
a stack,
that.
but I keep it a stack very professionally and respectfully. Like I ain't.
Yeah, it's
finna
not
hit
you just walk to the club, yo, I want to fuck, yes or no.
Right, I ain't gonna DM a bitch like I ain't gonna DM a girl like yo. I'm trying to.
You-
It's like
You know,
I'm trying to
keep
have
it
sex.
smooth.
I think-
keep it
I think-
smooth and then for
I
least
think
that least to
to
that.
wrap
this particular section up of toxic masculinity, my message, I think that I want to just put out there. I think honesty goes a long way, and this is something that
Communication is just it's one of those givens that everyone says, "Oh yeah, I can communicate." No.
Yeah, it's
You
harder
know,
than
it's
it
harder than
seems.
it sounds.
Yeah.
It's harder than it seems because you know what, people always
you gotta face yourself and
You-
realize you're an asshole.
Not
who doesn't know
necessarily.
how to
No. See, now
communicate.
you're putting, you're tainting my message.
Everything at the end of the day
No,
comes down to
okay.
communication.
I'm not saying
my
like,
message.
I'm saying like
effectively.
yeah, you gotta realize you do shit wrong and you gotta communicate that. That's it.
It's not only that. It's the fact that what's out there, the normal way that people go about things, right?
I think the traditional way that as I wouldn't say I was raised, but the guys that were around me and the people that I surrounded myself as I was growing up, they had this idea that they had to trick females into believing that they were in love. You know, that they were in love,
Tell
or
them what
that
they
they
wanna
wanted
hear.
this long-term relationship kind of thing. And this is
Sometimes
one thing.
you do, but it's even worse
This
than
is
that
one
point.
thing. This is one thing in college
on the
that I learned. Dude, just be fucking honest, bro. Be fucking honest. Let females know exactly what you want. And to be honest, and one thing that I'm learning now, I learned it in college to let females to be honest, right? Which I've always been. I think honesty is one thing I would never compromise with myself, even though it has fucked me over in the past and it continues to fuck me over.
What are you gonna do?
But fuck it, I'm not gonna change
be
it.
honest.
Anyway, one thing I'm learning now is the communication aspect. Do not, and this is something that we were talking about, me and HP were talking about earlier, is the fact that you cannot expect people to read your mind. You really need to tell people exactly how you feel. Obviously, you have to think about it before. You think about the delivery first. But you cannot expect people to think like you do. You can't expect people to understand what you want and the outcome of a particular sort of relationship. And this is something that I really want men to understand that, listen, one, don't lie. If you want to be with a female in just in a physical aspect, right? It's okay. It's okay for that. It's natural. Females want it too. Trust me. We're friends with many females that are very open about how their relationships, and I want to get them on here so that they can talk a little bit more about that. I don't know how deep they'll get into it, but I think it's super important to understand that females want it too.
Yep.
Second of all, just communicate, bro. Just leave that open line of communication and make the other person feel comfortable that they can communicate with you as well. Because they might want things that they might not be traditionally comfortable with, but that's just because they weren't raised. Just like how we were talking about, this is something that people are conditioned to be like, right? It's our job to sort of deconstruct that a little bit. That conditioning was just to make sure that we were going down the right path. But I feel like we're taking that conditioning a little bit too far. Now I think it's our job to really deconstruct it and really become who we are. I think that's the main thing. And that's all I wanted to say about that.
I hear you. No, I love that. And that's a great way to end that little segment right there on being sexually aggressive. And gentlemen, I actually left out the other half of the definition because it actually brought up some good points and it triggered something Alex said, which he's about to bring up in a few. So the rest of the definition of toxic masculinity says, It also suggests that men who act too emotional, or maybe aren't violent enough, or don't do all of the things that real men do, can get their man card taken away.
Yeah.
What exactly is a man card? Well, they have the definition here. Let me just.
There's a definition. I didn't know that.
Requirement to be accepted as a respectable member of the male community.
And there's more of that too.
Can and should be revoked by other respectable males for doing non-respectable male things.
I revoke your man card.
I revoke your man card.
I kind of agree with that.
Dude. But it was.
Wait, that man card should be revoked?
Oh, man, I agree with
Show
the
me your man
concept of
card.
a man
It should have been revoked so long ago.
Dude, how would they even be like patrolled? Or like, how would they even be enforced?
I don't even know.
The man
Is there
card
man
rules.
police?
The male police.
It's also
the man.
It's the fucking commissioner.
Imagine just like hot females that take away your man cards. Just like.
Hey, come
I
on,
mean,
baby.
But Alec, you brung this up, and you say this in like at least the first 20,000 episodes that we recorded.
Right.
Labels.
Yeah.
This label here is real men. What is a real man?
So it's really funny that we bring this up because it was because I was waiting for my parents to pick me up from the Starbucks in Bay Plaza actually, right? And I was
A real man would have took the bus. No, I'm just kidding.
Give me your man card.
Real man would have made his own coffee.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
That's stupid. So I'm waiting for my parents, right? I'm waiting for my parents, and there's this like, so I want to say maybe 49 two middle-aged men, right? And they're talking. They're in a Starbucks. Look Puerto Rican-ish, Latino, right? And they're talking about this one guy that they know, right? And they're kind of like poking fun at him at the fact that one, he doesn't have a beard, right? He doesn't have, facial hair. And the fact that he doesn't like sports, right? Which I kind of had to sympathize. So that's actually the thing that kind of like, triggered me to like listen, like, this motherfucker doesn't even like sports. He doesn't have beard. You can't not have both. You know what I'm saying? And it was
Can't
really
be a man and not have both, bro.
No, it was really funny. They were really like poking fun at him, and it was just I believe I don't know if there was another aspect to the I don't believe there was another aspect that they were poking fun at, but those two things, I was thinking about it and I was like, wow, and this is our parents' generation, right? This is our parents' generation that was speaking about this.
The boomers.
And it kind of struck a chord with me. I'm like, holy shit, like this is probably where this stuff comes from. This is probably where these ideas come from, these kind of like ideas. First of all, I mean, I don't know if you saw the last episode when these guys were talking about sports. I was literally like
Pasao.
trying to like fade into the background, trying not to seem like a mohong, just like like no. In reality, I wasn't. Listen, I was never raised. I wasn't raised around sports. I was, that's
crazy.
a lie.
Your family likes football. They were going in at the Super Bowl.
That was not that. This is literally like a new thing. This is literally like a new thing. No, I swear.
Exposing the Sergios.
No. Okay, so my uncle is super
Tauruses.
into, and the thing is, I was raised by like a whole group of my family, right? So like my uncle was really into like baseball. I guess they like football too, but it was never something that was like, yeah, you got to get into this. No, it was never like that. The one thing that they did get me into was martial arts, and I did martial arts for like a good amount of time. Yo, martial arts is fire. I did Shotokan for a while, and I did judo for a while, and
shout out judo.
It was popping, but again, those are like individual sports. Those are like sports about like self.
They're the toughest sports, I would say. Individual
They
sports.
are individual, right? So at the end of the day, team sports I think are very different from individual sports. A very different feel, and a very different sort of like fandom and sort of like obsession, right? It feels completely different. I was just never about that, bro. I was never about that, and for a long time I did not have facial hair. So like right now is like when this shit is like just like like coming out for me. I mean, Josh is like ecstatic like every time he's.
You've had it. He just never
like,
grew it out.
Dude, and it
let the chops grow up, man.
It really bothers me that those things can really just emasculate
Right? That's funny.
emasculate
That
the
actually is
idea
funny.
of someone's being, right? That they can literally just strip the masculinity from someone just because they don't like a sport. They can literally just, it's just like they don't like sports and they don't have facial hair. I'm pretty sure there are other things out there that when people just are, they don't have that about them, that just like, damn, this guy's a bitch, man.
Yo, just
You
to
know?
go on the no beard shit, bro. I
Yeah.
remember I was on IG and I seen on some shorty post, on some shorty story. She was like, "How I see men with no beards," and it was a baby doll just in mad blankets and shit. Yo, I was rolling, bro.
Dude, that's fucked up, bro.
Yeah,
That's
just like the
fucked
baby
up,
head, like it was a doll, just the baby head just showing.
Yeah, that's
Like,
trash, bro. That's trash.
You childish for that. It is funny. It is funny.
Nah, that is funny.
You know, but at the
glad I
end
got
of the
a
day,
beard,
it
though.
goes to show like how we're conditioned to see what males should be. You know,
And
how
it's
do you?
those labels we were talking about.
You
know?
guys, in this particular story, being that it's sports and facial hair, which you guys are, you completely. I mean, if that was just, the basal masculine sort of, criteria, you guys.
It is the basal masculine.
You guys. No, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say so.
I'm kidding.
But but you guys would automatically kind of like fit into that.
Fit the
Now I'm
criteria.
fitting into half of that.
But yeah, no. What do you feel about that? Do you feel like that is adequate?
So to speak. Yeah.
I think where it all starts with was like the real man thing.
Yeah.
That's what. So I think, as far as, because that's what you were asking about, pretty much.
Yeah.
The real man
think
thing.
that's-
Because this is something too. Like even growing up for me, it was like, yo, like a real dude, man, a real, like a real one, man. I'm a real motherfucker, man. I'm real, right? And so growing up, I was always like, yo, damn, man, like. I swear to God, I'm not even kidding. Like growing up, part of my youth, I was like, yo, damn, like a real one, man. Like one day I'm gonna have to strap up. You feel me? I gotta get strapped. You feel me? I'm gonna have to one day to be a real one. I'm gonna have to go shoot somebody. I might have to go fucking jump somebody or something. I swear to God, like this is what I thought was truth for one point. Not for like I think when I got to high school, it started clearing up a little bit, but. Right, this was something like, yo, man, you got a real one. You gotta go fuck motherfuckers up. You gotta go. You know what I'm saying? All this bullshit. So that was very conflicted for me because it was like, yo, man, I don't like starting conflict out of nothing, which was so common. You know what I'm saying? Like literally creating conflict out of nothing just because to create conflict.
and it comes down to that, like being ready to do things,
Being ready to
prove
do shit.
yourself,
Yeah,
being
right?
ready to prove yourself.
So it was always so conflicted for me growing up because I was like, yo, damn, man, I gotta be in the street more, man. If I want to prove that I'm a real dude, like I gotta be in the street more. And it was just, it's fucked up because it's sort of, why the fuck is it, like, now when I look back, I'm like, yo, that's so fucked up, man, that I was I was like fucking
Yeah, but did you even
13.
know better?
That was a conflicting thing, right?
Not.
You know what I'm saying? So that was the thing. So thank God I was able to not do things and learn. But learning now is like, bro, a real man, a real dude, a real whatever you want to call it, like, is someone who knows who they are and acts accordingly.
Yep.
That's exactly
Right?
and staying true to
Staying
exactly
true to you,
who
a real
are,
man,
bro.
a real man goes, you know what I'm saying, does what he got to do to come provide for the family and make himself happy. You feel me? So if you a man and you don't have facial hair and you don't like sports and you like biology and you like to stay home and read instead of going out with the boys and having a drink and watching games, you a real man. You a real man because you think about what you like and what you want to do. You feel me? That's a real man. You feel me? Listen, I like sports. I like talking to women. I like, you know what I'm saying, like doing other shit, right? But that's why I'm a real one because I'm gonna stick to that. Feel me? And then I'm friends with, you know what I'm saying. You feel me? You're not street. You feel me? Like you didn't grow up in a bad environment. You my fucking guy though.
Yeah, boy.
He doesn't watch sports. You my fucking guy though. You
and
feel me? I'm not a biologist. I'm not into bio. I know nothing about bio. It's my fucking guy though. You get what I'm saying? Like he's a real dude. He's real. You feel me? All these dudes is real. You feel me? Because they go by what they want to do.
But I feel like it fades out in a certain point, right? So I feel like this was something like this was kind of like a criteria, like when we're like growing up, like going into the thing.
But
It kind of like
people
all
I'm
we
telling you,
did
I've
know.
seen firsthand people's lives got fucked up because of that, bro.
Right.
I've seen people, bro.
sucks.
Word to my mom, man. I've seen people that are really good, genuine people, man, that really did some fucked up shit because they thought that that's what they had to do to
Right.
prove that they were a man
Right.
and some shit.
Right,
and
right,
now,
right.
bro,
No, it's true.
No,
It's
now
true.
they
It's
fucked.
true.
Now they
It's
fucked
true.
up.
It's
Some
true.
of them lost years of their lives. You feel me? A lot of them lost their lives. Like
Some of them lost
it is
their
what it
life,
is,
bro.
man. You feel me? Like, thank God I was able to see that and learn. You feel me? Like I didn't have to be like, yo, you know what? Fuck it. Let me see what end I come out on. You feel me? Like
I learned from very early on. I learned from very early on that the path that I chose to just be who the fuck I was, and this was very early on.
It was very different.
It was beneficial to me, and I knew it was good.
Yeah.
It was just me dealing with it in the context of the society that I was in and the environment that I was in, and so I didn't have a problem with it too much. You know, I had the whole, the stigma of, oh, this guy's a little bit more feminine than, the rest of the guys and shit like that. And I thought that was, it was true. It was. It
Oh,
was
so you start thinking it's reality.
Compared to other. I'm
looking at
like,
yourself like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, I hung out with more girls. A little bit of it, rubbed off on me a little bit. But the thing is that I knew what the fuck what I was doing, bro.
And you knew who you were.
Because the guys my age at that time, bro, they were stupid. They were dumb fucks, bro. I'm just like,
shit,
what
man.
the fuck,
And
bro?
then-
Like,
but at the-
they
and
would
the
never. They
boys-
never vibed on my level.
Exactly.
And like, it took college. It took high school and college to for the guys to reach the level of maturity, so I can be like, yo,
Not even just that. But
I can fuck with you now. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I can relate to you now.
Yeah, but I
like,
think-
you're slowly seeing the light. And to be honest, like I was saying before, being raised around females really did shape me.
Yeah,
It shaped
absolutely.
me. It shows me.
did.
It showed me how to be.
How to be a man. How to be different.
They taught me.
How to be a different man. And that's fine. And that's
they
fine.
taught me that.
You heard it from my aspect too in the parenting episode. Once again, my mother told me a lot of masculine things. You know what I'm saying? So Alec, don't worry about it, bro. Like I grew up around.
No, I'm not worried about it.
I'm saying like, nah, don't worry about it. Like
I'm
there's a
chilling.
problem. But I'm
macking.
saying like, I'm with you on
macking.
that, my brother. You feel me?
I feel you.
That's what's
And-
up.
I feel like that might have been my brother.
One thing that females do teach you, and I think rather than males will teach you how to be masculine, females teach you how not to be. So in a negative way, right?
Toxic.
No. They'll teach you what not to be. Rather, what males. So it's funny. What males will teach you how to be, females will teach you what not to be, and that's I felt was more impactful. No. That in my case, that was the case.
Yeah.
That was more impactful, knowing what I didn't want to be, rather than someone telling me who I should be.
I hear that, man.
And I think that was a more powerful message.
Awesome, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. That is
was
it.
awesome.
That is all we got for you guys today. Once again, y'all can follow the podcast on Instagram at the Checkbox No K. You can follow me at Check_7 No K. Kenneth at _ in every color. Alec with a K. Alec _Sergio. And my man's HP over here at HPen at 730. And we're gonna take over some dirty motherfucking deep house, man. This
Keep it going
is
with it.
Cocaine Cowboy by Dirty Fresh. See you guys next week.
Bump that.